English, and English will score. Oh, man. Welcome to a rainy Baltimore, Maryland. Rain showers in the area and will continue throughout the game. The Baltimore Crabs host the Orlando Intimidators in both teams' preseason opener here on Baltimore Crab Radio 96.1 The Drive. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Welcome to Baltimore, Maryland. Two teams that made the playoffs last year, going up against one another. Both teams new in different ways. Baltimore with two new coaches on the offensive and defensive side. Orlando also with a new defensive coach and a new quarterback. Let's head down to the field for the coin toss.
Good to see you again. We're ready for you.
The Intimidator. Make the selection. What is the call?
We'll take heads.
It is tails.
We'll receive.
The Crab has won the toss and select to receive.
Time to get it started from Baltimore, Orlando, and the Crabs right now. From the goal line, Baltimore on the return, out past the 20, and won't get much further than that, only up to the 24-yard line where it'll be a first down. Again, your weather setup tonight, 58 degrees in Baltimore with light rain slash rain showers. As Baltimore making their debut under the direction of Joel Lynn and Vertigo. First and 10 from the 24 for the Crabs. Mike Dazzo is the quarterback, and he starts the game with a pass. And that pass is caught and out of bounds by Demetrius Outdad. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Baltimore returns 9 of their 10 starters from a year ago. The only different starter, or star I should say, is DJ Greenwood on defense at cornerback. 2-yard pickup on that first play on a pass complete to Outdat. On 2nd and 8, they'll swing it out to Snyder, who had to come back for the ball and only picks up 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6. The new defensive coordinator in Orlando, Sandy Campbell's dream of allowing 0 offensive yards in this game has ended. Orlando wearing the new road uniforms as well. The gold jerseys, white helmets, black pants with white numbers and dark blue trim. On 3rd down and 6, Dazzo to throw. Dazzo's pass caught for Baltimore. First down to the 36-yard line. Boy, is the Crab call long overdue. Seems like forever since the Crabs were here for the playoff home game. Baltimore in their home, navy blue helmets, navy blue jerseys, gold pants, white numbers. So 1st and 10 for the Crabs, their own 36. 2 wide receiver set, top of the formation. It's a handoff to Snyder for the first time today. He is wrapped up the backfield, a 2-yard loss. Orlando's defense was pitiful against the run last season, and Moreau comes up with an early stop on Snyder's first carry. While Baltimore returns the same personnel, the offensive and defensive schemes are different with the new coaching staff in place, so very intriguing matchup here tonight. 2nd and 12 at the 33. 2 receivers again, Quick to the bottom of the formation. They're going to swing it out that way. Quick makes the catch. Gain of 4, going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 Had a 3rd and 6 on the previous few plays, and this will be the 6th play of the drive for the Crabs. It's tough to have to follow up the Cowboys-Lions finish, but we're going to try our best to be just as entertaining. 2 receivers with Snyder in the backfield, 3rd down and 8. Dazzo dropping back to pass, has all kinds of time, but throws it short of the sticks. Very inefficient pass right there. Out that with the completion, but well short of the 1st down, and Baltimore will have to punt on their opening possession. Haven't heard from TJ in the chat yet this year. TJ, how you doing? The owner of the Baltimore Crabs, the well-distinguished owner, as Baltimore kicks it away. Orlando back to return from the 24, sidesteps a man, and going laterally does not make much room for himself. That's Allen on the return, and Orlando starts at the 25. Our first look at Ono Matsumoto under center for Orlando. The Kevin Walker era officially over, as he had a phenomenal start to his Honolulu Legends career. Time in Honolulu yesterday against Cleveland. They won that game 40-26. 1st down and 10 for Matsumoto and the Intimidators. And Matsumoto dropping back to throw, has time, completes it across the 30 to the 30.5-yard line, a 5-yard pickup. That is the tight end, Isaac Perez. Baltimore, the number 1 seed last year, upset in a home loss to the 4-seed San Francisco Bulldogs. Orlando, the number 2 seed, upset at home by number 3 New York. Matsumoto pressured this time off his back foot, and a wobbly pass, incomplete, dangerous ball. That could have easily been intercepted, and we know what this defense can do. A 3rd down and 5 yards to go. For Orlando, Baltimore punted on their first possession. Joel Lynn's defense trying to get fired up here. I formation for Orlando. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto sidearms it. That is caught, and it is just enough for a 1st down. That is Perez once again on the catch, his 2nd grab of the drive. And Orlando moves the chains for the first time. Yet to see Zach Parker. He is the running back number 35 for this Orlando offense. 2 backs in the backfield. And Baltimore showing heavy blitz right here. 7 in the box. They hand it off to Zach Parker, and Parker is going to be smothered at the 37. Only a 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Bit of a slow start here for both teams. Neither team taking any chances in the mucky weather. 2 receivers, both to the right-hand side of the offensive line, and they hand it off left to Zach Parker. He makes a man miss and then picks up a couple. Tackle made, I believe, by Lynn, and it's 3rd down and 6 now. Both teams forced into having to convert 3rd and 6 or more here in the early going. 4 wide receivers set, 2 to either side. Parker, the low man in the backfield. 5 in the box. Matsumoto to throw. He's going deep down the field, and it's incomplete right through the hands of the intended receiver. Looks like he might have lost it in the rain. We're going to get another look at this. Actually, Eddie Gage might have deflected it. And tough to say. Might have altered the path of the football. At any rate, Orlando has to punt on their first possession. Baltimore's next home game against the Honolulu Legends in Week 3. Get your tickets now at the Baltimore Crab box office today. As Orlando's punter fell over. He fell over trying to make the kick. And Baltimore will start over at his own 41-yard line. How many times have you ever seen a punter fall flat on his backside trying to make a kick? If that's not realism, I don't know what is. Although, even in realistic football, that's pretty rare. Most exciting play so far in the first 5 minutes, and the I formation handoff to Elliott Snyder only goes for a yard. 2nd and 9 Baltimore. Is there such a thing as stick 'em for the bottom of the shoe? I know they got him for the gloves, but punter needs him for his feet. 2nd and 9, ball at the left hash mark. A 4-3 look with an inside blitz showing. D-line shifts left. Dazzo will drop to throw. Dazzo, short pass out to Snyder. He ran out of bounds, lost a yard. 3rd down and 10. Both teams struggling a little bit here to move the ball. Crabs have it at their own 40. Again, a 4-3 look out of Orlando. Showing blitz, they back off, rush 4. And Dazzo's pass, complete to Outdet, 1st down. Outdet with a speed burst, 20, 15, 10, 5, and down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Baltimore. Sound the crab call. Biggest offensive play of the game is from Dazzo to Outdet. And you can see that speed pick up right about there at the 40-yard line, step for step with the defender, until about a 3-yard burst of speed allowed him to get upfield. Huge play for the Crabs. Football Dude 93, what's up? 7 minutes to go, first quarter. 2 minutes, or 2 wide receivers, top of the screen, 2 backs in the backfield, including Snyder. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo going to step up in the pocket, goes down the middle of the end zone, nearly intercepted. Pass incomplete. Stephen Lambert knocked it away. 2nd and goal as Orlando looks for a goal line stand. Who dat out dat? He looks sharp in the early going. He has 3 catches already. 2nd and goal with the 3. Again, 2 receivers, this time to the left-hand side of the line. Split backs with Dazzo in the shotgun. And the handoff goes to Snyder up the middle. Around the left-hand side. Snyder! Booyah! Touchdown, Crabs! Baltimore on the board with Elliott Snyder's 2-yard scamper into the end zone. And after a punt on their first possession, an excellent start for Baltimore. Elliott Snyder doing his thing. And Baltimore hoping they don't have the kicker slip on the extra point. High snap. Extra point is good. And the score, Orlando 0. And Baltimore 7. The booyah in memory of Stuart Scott, who passed away today at the age of 49. Baltimore to kick it away. From the 10, Orlando on the return, up to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Intimidators set up their second possession. Raised a lot of eyebrows when the Intimidators decided to let Kevin Walker go without too much of a fight. Now in Honolulu, and Ono Matsumoto, a unsuccessful 3 years in Kailua, no playoff wins, 1 playoff appearance. Now in Orlando, where the expectation is to win every game. Drop pass, incomplete, 2nd and 10. Bobbled by Gibbs in the open field. And that's not going to help out a quarterback who's still looking to get his feet under him in a new home. Second down and 10. The defense for Baltimore includes Joe Dazzo, Eddie Gage, DJ Greenwood, Kenneth Lyons, and Joe Lynn. Second down and 10, and Matsumoto's pass is caught. A 7-yard pickup. Is that Perez again? Over the middle of the field? It is. That is his 3rd catch of the first quarter. Very involved in the offense here early on. And no catches for Allen or Thomas Gunner. 3rd down and 3 at the 37. Defense also includes Henry Hittner. How could I forget? Big number 55. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers. Matsumoto, 3-step drop. He's in trouble. Dazzo missed him. And a backwards pass gets nothing on the 3rd down play. It's 4th down. Heck of a job by Matsumoto to get out of a rushing Joe Dazzo sack. But Orlando will have to kick it away regardless, and Baltimore all the way around looks sharp here to start the ball game.
Here I come.
4th down and 3. Punter slipped the last time and holds his footing there. From the 25, Baltimore the return, and he is whacked across the side of the face mask at the 27. Crabs on that last possession. Big pass to Demetrius Outdat. He has 3 catches in the first quarter. Elliott Snyder, 2-yard touchdown run. First and 10 from the 27. Dazzo drops to throw. Dazzo's pass caught. The referee fell over. That is Outdat again with a first down for Baltimore. Who-dat? Outdat 4 catches now for 77 yards. That ref just got shoved out of the way. If that defender wouldn't have shoved him out of the way, that could have been an even bigger gain for Outdat. 5 minutes to go in the first. Crabs up 7-0. 4-3 look again out of Orlando's base defense. 2 backs in the backfield for Dazzo. Dazzo, 5-step drop, swing pass. There is a penalty marker. Snyder on the catch in the open field for the first time today. Gets a first down, a gain of about 11. Let's check the penalty.
Ineligible receiver, downfield. Number 60, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
So an eligible receiver on the Crabs takes it back to 1st and 15, and Orlando catches a break.
First and 15. Ball at the 38-yard. Listen up.
5 on the line, 8 in the box for Orlando. Dazzo from the left hash. Deep ball, wide open! Exploits the defense, it's Nick T. Quick! Booyah! Touchdown, Crabs! Holy moly on 1st and 15! And that just was a blow-by. Look at the speed from Nick T. Quick. That was sensational. I mean, you could see it on the replay. Quick was just so quick in the slot on that play. Even before Orlando knew what was going to hit him. It had already happened. Quick and out dat. Along with the guy throwing it to him, Mike Dazzo making a major impression here in the first quarter as the cameras flash big time here in Baltimore, where the Crabs have a 14-0 lead. And we saw this yesterday, as X Factor 56 points out, saw this yesterday in Honolulu, where the Legends got out to a quick start, and the Crabs have done the same here in Baltimore, as that field in between the 30s is starting to get a little choppy already. Boy, the field degradation on All-Pro is just something to behold, as Orlando gets a decent return out of the 29-yard line. CasualAdultGamers.com has just begun their 37th season. On SimulationFL.com during the regular season, we'll keep you up to date on what's going on at CasualAdultGamers.com in the greatest all-pro online v online league ever assembled. CasualAdultGamers.com. If you play all-pro and have an Xbox 360, it's the league for you. An official partner of the Simulation Football League. 1st and 10, Matsumoto back to pass. Deep drop back, throws down the middle of the field. That pass complete. I believe that is Allen's first reception. It is number 44, the former Knight running back turned receiver a few seasons ago, and it'll bring up 2nd down and short. Back-to-back touchdowns for Baltimore on their last 2 possessions. Orlando's 3rd possession is current. Their first 2 punts. Gunner, bottom of the screen. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto all kinds of time. Goes Allen's direction, and a jump ball is incomplete. Orlando's receivers have not been able to come down with those today against the Baltimore defense. That was DJ Greenwood getting first corner assignments this evening. Third down and short for Orlando. Can they keep the drive going? They've had trouble extending drives in this quarter. Matsumoto's short pass. That is incomplete. Big hit provided on Thomas Gunner, I believe, by DJ Greenwood, and it's 4th down. And for the 2nd straight drive, a 3rd down and short, unable to be converted in the passing game. And Orlando will have to punt for a 3rd straight time. Prospective owner, how's it going? Logan Foster, defensive coordinator for Honolulu, shut out Cleveland in the first half yesterday. 4th and 3, Orlando kicks it away. Defensive coordinator wanted the offense to go for it, and maybe that's why he's coaching defense. 3:22 to go in the first, and a fresh set of downs for Baltimore. Mike Dazzo has been phenomenal here in the first quarter. I mean, really good. Orlando's got to figure out a way to slow that down. 2 receiver set. That's Nick Quick in the slot. Saw him burn him in this formation on the previous drive. This is a handoff to Snyder on a trap. He lost a yard. And Orlando has been very good against the run here in the first quarter. Elliott Snyder's done next to nothing as Stephen Lambert comes up with the tackle for loss. Lambert, the league's all-time leader in tackles.
Down. Sit.
Second and long now, Baltimore. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo, time down the field, and I don't know where he was throwing that one. Pass incomplete, out-dat the intended receiver. According to All-Pro, that's the 5th time he's been targeted in just this quarter. 3rd and long.
Third and 11 from York Power, 27-yard.
Down. That's what we stand for. Go back.
3rd down and 11 at the 26. Dazzo back to throw. And Dazzo in trouble, and he just threw it out of bounds. An awkward series there for Mike Dazzo, who throws 2 bizarre incompletions, and Baltimore is back to punting.
Your Crabs are back to punt. Allen is deep to receive.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming.
Vertigo, how's it going? Your offense has 2 touchdowns. A 2-yard run from Elliott Snyder. And a long ball to Nick T. Quick. Orlando returns up to the 40. And that will be the best field position of the night for the Intimidators, who have struggled to get anything going, particularly in the running game with Zach Parker. He only has a couple of carries. Beautiful stadium here in Baltimore. The Ships in the end zone behind Orlando. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto's pass is intercepted! How did that get picked off? That's Eddie Gage, and he returns it to the Orlando 38-yard line. How in the world did Eddie Gage pick this pass off? Let's have another look. He just cut the route off, and Matsumoto threw it right to him. It won't officially count in his records, but Eddie Gage with his first pick of the season and the first turnover of this ball game. It has been all Crabs here in the first quarter. First down to the 38, and great field position for the Crabs. 2 backs in the backfield, a handoff to Snyder on a counter. Out of the shotgun, Elliott Snyder! First big run at 8:15! Snyder 10! Snyder 5! Booyah! Touchdown Baltimore! It's 20-0! The Crab call is getting worn out. Extra point is good. And Baltimore has built a 21-0 lead. It's like the team from last regular season never left. Orlando Intimidators put Zach Parker back to return the kickoff. 21-0. From the 9-yard line is Parker. Zach Parker! And boy, he nearly broke free on his first ever career kickoff return. He is stopped at the 33. And Baltimore may have gotten lucky there. Elliott Snyder on a 2-yard touchdown run on the second possession. On the third possession, Nick Quick from the slot sped right past everybody on the Orlando defense, and then Elliott Snyder just broke out the big run. Matsumoto's pass caught and still in bounds, and finally ruled out of bounds at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. And Thomas Gunner stepped out of bounds. Baltimore needs to challenge. I can't believe Baltimore is not challenging that Gunner stepped out of bounds. He clearly did before he got the first down. Two receivers, two backs in the backfield. Hand off to Zach Parker. He is blocked at the 43, a loss of 1. Second and 11. T-Pat, if you want to take off return specialist, sorry, if it wasn't, if it wasn't clear, you can have guys return kicks. The reason why it's cautioned is because a guy can get hurt on kickoffs, and people have shied against it previously. 3rd down and 15. Orlando's in some trouble right now. Or if you feel there should be no subs, then we can officially get a rule on it. 3rd down and 15 from the 39. 4 wide receivers. Matsumoto back to pass. Matsumoto going deep down the field. That pass is tipped away and incomplete. And Orlando can't do anything right here in the first quarter. Joe Lynn knocks it away.
Oh yeah, this one's mine. This one's mine.
4th down and 15. Orlando punting again. Baltimore from the 23, and the Crabs up to the 30-yard line. All right, listen. I can't do this during a broadcast. Right now, it is allowed to sub in a person on a kick and punt return basis only, with the known risk that your returner is more likely to get an injury. We can make a rule, because there is a return specialist ability, that this is not allowed. I'm fine with that before the season. But we will not do this during the game. I can't do it. I can't focus. So, please. First and 10 at the 30. 39 seconds to go for Baltimore. Ball at the left hash mark. They're up 21-0. Quick is in the slot. A 4-3 look out of Orlando, who has been blasted here in the first quarter. Dazzo back to throw. Dazzo's pass is caught and staying in bounds. A gain of 9 yards is out that. Now 5 catches for 86 yards brings up 2nd down and 1. And stops the clock with 34 seconds to go.
2nd and 1 from your crowd, 39 yards.
Down.
2nd and 1 of the 39. Elliott Snyder, spin move. He did not pick up the first down, however. It's going to be 3rd and short. And that is the end of the first quarter. A dominating performance by Baltimore in quarter number 1. You're watching the Crabs football, or on the Crab Radio Network and on the SFL Network.
If this can could talk, it would tell you about the man who built the first Liberty ship at Sparrows Point. About the kids who rode the number 8 streetcar every Saturday to the Waverly. about the day Harry Truman came to dedicate the new Friendship Airport, about the greatest game ever played. It would tell you about the grand department stores that lined Howard Street, and about the 7 African Americans who on that same street staged the nation's first lunch counter sit-in. About the tall ships that sailed into the inner harbor for the bicentennial. About Wild Bill cheering us to victory in '83, and an old train warehouse that became a diamond. If this can could talk, it would tell you about the generations who have gathered in backyards and screen porches and dining rooms to celebrate the original flavor of Baltimore. Old Bay, for 75 years, it's been the can that connects us.
Right, but a talking gecko, why?
I'll tell you why. Because people trust advertising icons. Some bloke tells you to go to geico.com and you're like, really? And just who might you be? But a gecko, he can be trusted. I ask if you want to save hundreds on car insurance, and you're like, yes, thank you. Mind babysitting my kids? And I'm like, of course I'll sit with the kids. You're like a brother to me.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hi, Tom Bodette using this streaming music format to fulfill my lifelong dream of being a 50s radio DJ. Here goes. Hey guys and gals, this is Tombo spinning the platters that matter at number 6 on your motel dial. Get a clean, comfy pad for the best deal you ever had. Just say, we'll leave the light on for you, the phrase that pays. Less. Man, that was fun. Book now at motel6.com or on your smartphone. I'm Tom Bodette, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Baltimore Crab Football on the Baltimore Crab Radio Network is brought to you by Aquafina, by Gatorade, by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by the Mini Coupe of Baltimore. Start of the second quarter here from Baltimore on a 3rd down and 1. Elliott Snyder makes a man miss past the 40. That's a Crab first down to the 36-yard line. And while the chat room argues about the rule book, back to the ball game, we have a blowout on our hands right now as Orlando just cannot seem to figure out this Baltimore offense. Mike Dazzo, 160 yards and 1 touchdown. Two backs and 2 receivers. Dazzo back to throw. Dazzo outside to Snyder on a screen pass. Past the 35 to the 32, a 4-yard pickup. Second down and 6. I want to quickly make one final point on this rule stuff. As a league that is evolving, as a league that has only had 4 seasons, as CAG has had 37, things that are not in the rule book are not in there because it's never been brought up before. When someone decides they would like to do it and it's not against the rules, it gets done. When someone sees that as something that is not okay, the rule gets brought to life and it gets voted on. Then the majority votes, and then it gets put in the rule book. That's where we're at. Season 4, as Elliott Snyder gets a big run up the middle, and it's 1st and 10. Dazzo back to throw. That pass is caught out of bounds by Nick Quick. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd down and 7. Let's take a look at the first quarter stats, although we're a little late now.
2nd and 7. Run.
-2 rushing yards for Orlando in that first half of work. 199 total yards to just 34 for the Intimidators. Dazzo drops back to pass. Snyder out of the backfield, and he will lose 2 yards. That brings up 3rd down and 9. Baltimore at the Orlando 19. 2 wide receivers set, 1 to either side of the field. Dazzo back to pass. Snyder out of the backfield, makes 1 man miss. Trying to get to the sticks, makes another man miss, spins, and it turns to the 12-yard line, but he's 2 yards shy of a first down. Heck of an effort by Elliott Snyder. But it'll come up just short of a first down, and Baltimore will have to come out and kick their first field goal of the game. This is a chip shot from 29 yards away, left hash. That might have gotten tipped, but the kick is good. And the Crabs now lead 24-0. Honolulu jumped out to a 21-0, or 31-0, beg your pardon, lead in the first half yesterday. Crabs up by 3 scores. 24-0 over Orlando. Parker on the return from the 11-yard line. And he gets up to the 31. First down. Clock is right now. It had to catch up. More stats from the first quarter. Just 2 first downs for Orlando. Had the turnover and 1 for 5 on 3rd down. Baltimore was 2 for 4. Again, the weather here in Baltimore tonight, light rain, 58 degrees, although the rain is accumulating on the field. Orlando has found no rhythm tonight, and neither have I. Zach Parker, sidestep, and breaks a tackle, getting out to the 37, a 6-yard pickup. Ono Matsumoto, you see, just 41 passing yards tonight. Mike Dazzo with a $168. And the 1 touchdown to Nick Quick. Second down and 4 at the 37. A 4-3 look. Matsumoto under center from the right hash mark. It's a stretch play out to Parker. And Parker, too much dancing in the backfield. Joe Dazzo comes over there and cleans it up along with Poachman. 3rd down and 3. From the 38-yard line. 2 wide receivers, 1 to either side. 3-step drop, Matsumoto back to pass. Pass is caught, and that's a first down to the 43. Allen defended by Greenwood.
First down, Intimidators.
Let's go.
1st and 10.
Yeah, new road unis for Orlando. White helmets, gold jerseys, black pants, white numbers, purple trim. What do you think of him in the chat? By the way, Daly, get your internet situation upgraded? Hope you did, man. That pass is caught at the Baltimore 36 by Lorenzo Allen. Nice grab and another move of the chains for Orlando.
Down, Intimidators.
This is one of Matsumoto's sharpest passes of the night, right in between 2 defenders. Lynn and Gage come down with the stop. Matsumoto's 67 passing yards and an interception here in the first half in his first start as an Intimidator. Allen, bottom of the screen, Gunner, top of the screen. And Matsumoto drops to throw. Wide open is Zach Parker in the open field. That's dangerous. He is shoved out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down and 4. Second and 4 from the 30. First time tonight, Orlando is in scoring position. Parker, the lone back in the backfield. He takes a draw and is brought down to the 29. A 1-yard gain. Mike Dazzo and company in the vicinity. 3rd down and 3. 3 wide receiver set, 2 backs in the backfield. A 4-3 look with an outside blitz showing. Hittner comes with it. Parker runs in that direction. He is swallowed up in the backfield. No gain. Zach Parker has had nowhere to run in this first half as Eddie Gage comes up with a tackle. And Franklin Reese will have to come out to attempt the field goal. And at least try to get Orlando on the board. This a 45-yard kick for Orlando to cut the deficit to 21. And Franklin Reese booms it through. He continues a tremendous career in the Simulation Football League, a career that is now in its 3rd season without a missed field goal. SFL Pick'em and Fantasy Football Challenges begin this regular season January 24th with a soft launch on January 17th. You can win $200 of the Pick'em Challenge and $20 at least every month in fantasy football, with donations and commissioner half match driving up the price. Go to the Play to Win tab at simulationfl.com for more details, and we will release a tutorial on how it all is going to work in the next couple of weeks. 6:14 to go in the first half as Mike Dazzo drops to throw. A screen pass out to Snyder, who's got some open space. Snyder has looked good at times, particularly in the screen game tonight as he picks up 7 more. Orlando's defense hurting a bit right now. Baltimore's next home game is against the Honolulu Legends, Sunday, February 8th, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on the Baltimore Crabs Radio Network and on the SFL Network. 2nd down and 3, hand off to Snyder, and he will not get the first down. 3rd down and 1. Snyder averaging 8 yards a carry, but 38 of his 80 yards came on his long touchdown run. So 9 carries for 42 yards otherwise. Still a productive first half. 3rd and 1 from the 32. Orlando desperate for a stop. They've not gotten one since the first possession of this game. As Dazzo drops to throw, he goes deep to the left-hand side. That pass is incomplete in double coverage, and then a tackle for good measure on the outside by Rodney Woods. And out that gets up a little slowly, as does Woods. 4th down and 1, and Baltimore will punt for the 2nd time tonight. Might actually be the 3rd. The Crabs rumbled out to a big lead early on and have been able to maintain that here in the first quarter. Orlando trying to spin momentum here, should end up with pretty decent field position from the 31. Intimidators on the return, that is Parker, and Zach Parker breaks out of a tackle. Parker past the 30, 20, 10, and that rule that everyone was discussing earlier rears its ugly head in the second quarter as Orlando scores a touchdown on a punt return. And that was part of the healthy, although distracting for me, discussion earlier about having specific punt and kickoff returners, as Zach Parker proves that he can make a difference in that space, and he gets Orlando their first touchdown of the preseason. And no matter how you slice it, that's got to make the Intimidators feel pretty good after a rough first half. Extra point for Orlando is good. And it's 24-10. The Intimidators right back in it. From the goal line, Baltimore on the return, up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Orlando experimenting tonight. No team has ever suggested whether they can automatically put guys or automatically sub guys in on punt and kickoff returns. They did that tonight, and Zach Parker has a touchdown. 1st and 10 for the 26. Mike Dazzo back to pass. He is sacked! And you've got to have a better ticking clock in your head as two defenders for Orlando, including Tay Fiore, who came up with the sack, get right in Mike Dazzo's face, and he almost acted like he never even saw him. Second down and 16. Dazzo, $175 and one touchdown here in the first half.
I'll be coming back for another set.
Listen up. Goal 26.
Left B.
Listen up.
Left
Goal
B. Single
74.
back. Single back. That's three over here.
Two wide receiver set. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo going deep down the field. That pass is tipped and incomplete. And boy, just like that, Orlando is really starting to turn some momentum in this game. They forced a punt on their last possession as that pass was intended for Quick. Forced a punt on their last possession and then got a sack on Dazzo, their first of the half, and defended Nick Quick deep down the field, and it's 3rd and 16 just like that.
Let's go, D. That's what we stand for. Single back. Single back.
Lots to discuss from this first half, certainly. Mike Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo going right-hand side. Pass caught by Quick. He will not get the first down. Check that. That is the tight end. It's 4th and 8. And Baltimore will have to punt for the second straight possession. I would now like to hear, calmly and in one post, everybody's thoughts on
Don't let him get that point.
having punt and kickoff return men be able to be substituted in at the beginning of the game. 4th down and 8 as Orlando returns from the 30 up to the 35-yard line. Certainly makes special teams more dynamic, I can tell you that much. .321 remaining in the first half. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe coming up with your first half highlights, stats, and analysis on the 2K Sports Halftime Report from our SFL studios in San Antonio. Two backs in the backfield. The Orlando offense has not gotten much going. Out to Zach Parker, picks up only 2 yards, as Matsumoto is still under 100 in the first half. You look up at the scoreboard, and it's a little shocking right now that Orlando is only down 14. Baltimore has really played an excellent ball game. Second down and 8. Two backs in the backfield. It's a fumble. Matsumoto coughed it up. It is recovered by Orlando back at the 32-yard line. A loss of 4. And I couldn't see who came in there and stripped Matsumoto of the football. But the Crab crowd, which is a little bit more empty than usual because of the weather, chanting defense. Matsumoto back to throw, facing pressure again, steps up the pocket, fires a short pass. That was a bad throw. Nearly intercepted Kenneth Lyons out there to defend the play. Fourth down, Orlando will have to kick it away again.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming. I'm gonna block the punt.
Kick is away from Orlando. Baltimore on the return from the 30 and up to the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Crabs. A long and winding first half that has seen just about everything. We've had a punt return by Zach Parker go the distance. We've seen Elliott Snyder score 2 touchdowns. Demetrius Outdad in that first quarter was almost unstoppable. He's been very quiet in the second quarter. And Orlando has slowly crept back into a game that they were trailing 24-0 as Elliott Snyder picks up 2 yards on the run around the right-hand side. And you look at Zach Parker, that is probably the biggest stat of this first half. He has 1 rushing yard, and that is absolutely unlike Zach Parker. We have hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're home to the Crab Call. This is Crab Radio 96.1 WBCR, The Drive. Second and 8 of the 36 with 2 minutes to go. Crabs lead the Intimidators 24-10. Second and 8, handoff goes to Snyder at a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9 at the 36. Orlando has had their moments of defending Snyder quite well in this game, but Orlando's going to need to figure out how to get Zach Parker going. Dazzo back to pass. That pass is caught by Snyder, who protects the football and gets another Baltimore first down. With the Crab call to go along with it. 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 46, and the Crabs in no hurry. They have all 3 timeouts and 1:10 to go. They want to be the last ones to have the football. And a loss of 3 on the play. That swing pass out to Snyder, unsuccessful. The rare occasion it has been unsuccessful this evening.
2nd and 13. Ball at 43-yard.
Down. You don't get nowhere running.
Second down and 13 from the 43. 2 receivers top of the formation. Crabs up 24-10 here on the SFL Network on Twitch. As Elliott Snyder again takes the swing pass out for only a 1-yard gain, and Baltimore is going to burn a timeout. 3rd and 12 on the docket with 54 seconds to go. Third and 12 at the 43. Big stop here for Orlando. Dazzo back to throw. Look at the time from Mike Dazzo, and he threw a pick at the 30. being returned past the 45 to midfield with 44 seconds to go. First interception of the night, Hugh Blake with his first pick of the game, Dazzo's first of the game, and Baltimore's first turnover. And Orlando now with 44 seconds to go and 50 yards away to try to cut the deficit to 7. First down and 10 at midfield. 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs in the backfield. Matsumoto out of the shotgun. Matsumoto back to pass. Running back split out wide. He swings it outside, and a great open field tackle by Henry Hittner, and Orlando's going to burn a timeout. No gain on the play. Second and 10. I might have told him that I might have told him honestly that he couldn't do it, and that's just all on me being inconsistent with telling people things, and for that I apologize. That is a catch, first down. Orlando burns a timeout. Allen gets behind the defense to the Baltimore 27. Oh no, Matsumoto's starting to heat up a little bit. T-Pat, did I tell you that you could? Or that you couldn't? First and 10 at the 27 for Orlando. Don't look now. But the Orlando Intimidators are trying to cut the deficit to 7. They were down 24-0 in this first half. Matsumoto back to pass. Matsumoto down the middle, caught, 15, down to the 12-yard line. First and 10 again. Matsumoto out of the eye, 2 receivers. Back to throw, has time. Matsumoto, left-hand side, passes tipped and nearly caught, couldn't find the football. Second and 10. Joe Dazzo coming up with a big defensive play. Pass intended for Isaac Perez. And Orlando is just going to settle for the 3 points here and not take a chance. 29 yards away, that kick is good. Nothing wrong with that. 9 seconds to go. Baltimore will gladly take the 3 points instead of potentially 7. But Orlando has scored 13 straight, their only score on a Zach Parker punt return. And Baltimore on the return from the end zone. Out past the 15 to the 20 and down to the 23-yard line. 5 seconds remain before Dan and Peter join us from San Antonio. There are 5 lefty quarterbacks in this league, 3 right-handed quarterbacks with the addition of Caleb Wright this year. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Single back.
And off to Elliott Snyder will end the first half. And Dan and Peter are on their way. End of a bizarre first half. Orlando 13 and Baltimore 24. Dan and Peter, the floor is yours.
That'll do it for the first half of this one. The Crabs enjoying the lead, 24-13.
Well, Dan, what do you say? You ready to dive into the 2K Sports halftime show?
Well, here's a look at our halftime stats, and as you can see, it paints a pretty clear picture. The Crabs are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. Number 17 was definitely a key player as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 57-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. The Crabs get the first points of the game and go up by 7. Midway through the first, all at their own 38-yard line. Number 3 came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 62-yard touchdown for the home team. Towards the end of the first quarter, the Intimidators down by 14. Number 27 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and picks it off. The Crabs, end of the first quarter, number 36 would get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from here. A 38-yard touchdown for the home team. The Crabs ahead 21-0. Number 36 got the call on third down, and he did not disappoint. That set up a 30-yard field goal. The Crabs have opened it up and now lead by 24. After driving 40 yards on 7 plays, number 86 is going to try to dial one in from very long distance. Plenty of leg to it, though. He's got it. The Intimidators connect on the field goal. Midway through the second, the Crabs ahead by 21. Number 35 is back to return on this one. He makes the first man miss, and then he's off to the races. They close the gap some. They're now down by 14. The Crabs on defense. Blake would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Crabs ahead 24-10. Number 3 would find his target on this one. That set up a 30-yard field goal. And that will do it. The Crabs are up big at the half, 24-13.
Nice job, Dan.
The Intimidators get the ball first this half, and they could use a score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 24-13. Now let's get to the game.
Baltimore 24, Orlando 13. We're at the half here in Crab Country. The second half right around the corner. You're listening to Baltimore Crab Radio, 96.1 The Drive.
Greatness is not given. Greatness is taken. Taken in the summer when no one is looking.
40 years of hydration science in every bottle, so you can take what's yours.
Gatorade.
Listen. Do you hear that? Footsteps, 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 footsteps. They're moving faster. Getting louder. Coming closer. Footsteps say it all. Footsteps don't lie. So the question is, do you hear footsteps? Or are they hearing yours?
From Under Armour.
We don't just come up here for the view up in Alaska. We find the best, sweetest crab for Red Lobster we can find.
It's time for Crab Fest at Red Lobster. This year, try one of 5 entrees, like our new snow crab and garlic shrimp. A half-pound of tender crab paired with savory shrimp, just $12.99. Or dig into our hearty crab and roasted garlic seafood bake, all with salad and unlimited Cheddar Bay biscuits. So much to choose from, so little time. So come into Red Lobster for Crab Fest today and see food differently.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is, Geico, well, could help them save on boat insurance too. Oi! Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Start of the third quarter.
Epstein sends it away to begin the second half.
Boy, we had a better time yesterday. Start of the third quarter here in Baltimore. Zach Parker returns the kickoff to the 30-yard line, and we're underway here in the second half. A long first half full of twists and turns. The Crabs score the first 24 points in the game. A phenomenal showing from Mike Dazzo and Demetrius Outdat early on, but slowly but surely, Orlando has fought their way back into this contest. There is a penalty marker. Zach Parker is drilled in the backfield again. He had 1 rushing yard in the first half.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 93, defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
That penalty on Baltimore, so it's going to bring up a first down of 5.
First and 5. The Intimidator, 35-yard.
First and 5 at the Orlando 35. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto, wild looking pass. Now, that looked like a backward pass to me. They're ruling it incomplete. I can't believe this. That's the second call that Baltimore should challenge, but you can't challenge it because nobody recovered a fumble because they ruled it incomplete. He clearly looked like he threw that behind him after he stepped up in the pocket. I don't agree with that call at all as Orlando catches another break. Counterplay to Parker. He breaks a tackle. And Zach Parker picks up 3. That might be his longest run of the night. 3rd down and 2. Boy, we have seen a lot of eye-raising things in this ball game. 3rd down and 2 for Orlando at the 38. Two wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield, and Matsumoto drops to throw. He throws it out to Parker, and the pursuit of Baltimore gets there, but not in time. Henry Hittner over there to make the stop, but Zach Parker just inches out. A first down for Orlando.
First and 10.
Matsumoto back to pass. Pass is incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Holloway, the intended receiver.
Second and 10.
Down. Sit. Check. Goal. Check. Goal.
2nd down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Matsumoto back to throw. That pass is caught by Allen, and it's a pickup of 8 yards. Allen now 5 catches for 64 yards. Pretty quiet, impressive game for Lorenzo Allen. He is Orlando's biggest weapon. And he's just done a solid job all night long. 3rd down and 2. Orlando does not have an offensive touchdown in this ball game. Zach Parker has really struggled to run the football against this defense as Matsumoto drops to throw. That pass caught by Parker, 1st down. Those are some risky throws. Anytime you throw it behind the line of scrimmage on a 3rd down and short, you're taking a chance. First down, 10 yards to go at the Baltimore 47 on their first drive of the second half. Orlando's had the ball nearly 3 minutes and they are in Baltimore territory. Back to pass, Matsumoto. Matsumoto throws complete. That is a 6-yard pickup to Thomas Gunner. And Orlando is really moving the ball right now. Baltimore needs to find that first quarter defense. Vertigo and Ramos Lynn, what do you think of your team so far? Along with TJ, of course, is the owner. All 3 Crab staff members in the house tonight to see their team in action for the first time this season as Zach Parker again gets nothing. That is Poachman, who's been active, the other 55 on this defense. 3rd down, 4. Can Orlando continue to pick up these 3rd and shorts? They're still out of field goal range. 2 backs, 2 receivers. They're going to throw it to Parker again on 3rd and short. This time he is stopped. Henry Hittner says, I've seen enough. No gain. It's 4th and 4. Well, Orlando went to the well one too many times on that one. And Baltimore's defense bends and does not break. Punt is away. Baltimore will try to avoid getting pinned deep. That ball's going to bounce at the 1 and then sliding into the end zone to make the play. The Intimidators send Baltimore out to the 20-yard line. It's not a pretty night here in Baltimore. Light rain that has continued steadily throughout the game. Snyder, 13 carries, 76 yards in that first half. A 58-degree night. It's actually colder in San Antonio tonight than it is in Baltimore. 1st and 10 from the 20. We've seen that 2 wide receiver set a lot tonight. Hand off to Snyder. Breaks through a tackle. And ankle tackled at the 23. A pickup of 7. Or a pickup of 3. Check that. 2nd and 7. Coming up for the Crabs.
Second and 7 from your crowd, 23 yards.
Down. Count. Sit.
Win.
Dazzo deep. It's knocked around and incomplete. Scary moment there for Dazzo, who had 1 first-half interception. Mike Dazzo really struggled with interceptions in the first half last year. It was good to see him have fairly productive first half tonight. 3rd down and 7, although Outdat has disappeared from this ball game. Play action. Dazzo down the middle, and there's a flag on the play. Lambert tipped it away. Let's get the flag.
Pass interference. Number 52. The ball is first down.
They call PI on an Orlando Intimidator, number 52. That is a spot foul and a first down, Baltimore at the 34. First penalty of the night on the Intimidators.
1st and 10. Ball at the 34 yard.
Down.
Watch the pass.
8:36 to go in the third. Handoff to Elliott Snyder, and he is wrapped up. Loss of a yard. Now 78 yards on 15 carries. Overall, not too shabby of a defensive effort by Orlando, considering that 38 of those 78 yards came on his long touchdown run.
2nd and 10. Ball at
Down. Set.
You have to run sideline to sideline.
Two receivers and two backs. And Dazzo swings it outside, caught by Quick. A 7-yard pickup, and Quick is driven out of bounds. Brings up a 3rd down and 4. Orlando, somehow, after being down 24-0, they have continued to keep themselves in this game.
3rd and 4. Ball at the 40-yard.
Down.
You want extra pass?
Set.
Hand off to Snyder, and he's not going to get it. Only 2 yards for Elliott Snyder up the middle, and Orlando's defense once again comes away with a big stop, and Baltimore seems to have kind of fallen flat here in this third quarter.
Your crowd has selected the punt. Number 45 is deep to receive.
Down to 7:25 remaining in the third. Orlando 13, Baltimore 24. The Intimidators still in this game, despite not scoring an offensive touchdown tonight. From the 20, Zach Parker on the return. He already has one tonight. He returns at 8 yards up to the 28. Ono Matsumoto, since his first interception picked off by Eddie Gage, has looked pretty solid out there in his first game in this Orlando offense. Toss play out to Zach Parker, and he lost another yard. Look at Zach Parker's night. 2 yards. It's just baffling how bad he has played, and he's always been an underachiever. Got his salary cut because of that this off season, and he has not shown up tonight. Matsumoto pass caught by Gunner, picks up 4. 7. Third down and 7 with 6:11 to go. Orlando looking to move the chains. And that pass, a wobbly pass, intercepted by actually, that's Poachman. Man, Poachman has been huge tonight. Derek Poachman, an inside linebacker. He has come through, and that was an ugly, ugly throw by Ono Matsumoto, his 2nd interception of the night.